Hi, my name is Angela Bencourt, and this is my final exam. At the beginning of the semester, I had taken various other communication classes, but I never knew how much of an impact this course would have on my argumentative presentations. It is important to acknowledge how to establish a concrete argument while also having a good attention getter, which is what I struggled with in the beginning, and maybe even a little bit now. Even if it meant viewing the opposing side and having to come to an agreement of some sort as to why they believe they're right and you believe you're right. On the other hand, it gave me a very helpful tips into which helped me to get my point across to the audience using a clear and persuasive argument. When it comes down to politics, it can be very difficult for me as a person to understand where I, the speaker, am coming from. As a result, taking this class has shown me more insight on how to begin an argument properly without overstepping boundaries, even if it meant just using the wrong words, or as well getting to know the opposing side's beliefs. There are many rights and wrongs and many perspectives to why they believe they are quote-unquote right. Chapter 13 is a great example of how campaign and debates are constructed to reach or target specific audiences, ages, or even political stances. On the other hand, Chapter 5 was also a very helpful source to get a more in-depth context perspective on how we are thinking of our arguments on a personal perspective. Critical thinking not only plays a major role in how we research argumentative topics, but also how we choose to view those topics in our own way, as well as the audience's perspective, as well as getting a clear and persuasive argument across to the audience and to those who are listening to you, as well as the opposing side. In the long run, it is important to establish an interpersonal communication skills. Not only will interpersonal relationships help strengthen your side of the argument, but it can also help you to get a audience's perspective on the arguments you are telling, as well as getting a more in-depth view on how you view things compared to the opposing side. Personally, for me, it is difficult to get my point across using a clear and persuasive tactic, although interpersonal connections help me to really establish that connection throughout the audience, as well as being able to get my perspective across and also just give a little insight on the opposing side. In conclusion, this class has not only helped me to strengthen my arguments, but it has helped me to better make an understanding of how my arguments are have progressed over the past couple months, as well as being able to establish an argument and use the proper grammar and not overstep boundaries in such ways as I would before. I think it's really important to really take these communication classes because it helps you to just get a little feel for how the different styles of communication there is, and not only is there just one, but there's various. It's really important to know who you're talking to and how they perceive the way in which you talk to, but overall this class was really helpful. Thank you for watching me.